day and compliments to the new year. It's 2022 and I hope that it is going to be a prosperous one to you all. Well, it is the first edition of 2022. That's the Sport Rep Show, your favorite sports show. First of all, let us look at what's in today's back page. As you can see there, Namibia hails Boma's latest award. The Queen herself doing it again. Ryan Nyambe is in the words of many, it's in the mouth of many, of course, that he has been linked with two clubs that's in the English Premier League, as well as the exiled 9PL that once in on the FIFA visit, of course, that was ruled out after FIFA actually didn't respond in time. FIFA will be here from, that's the 12th of January to the 15th to assess the situation and address the situation in Namibian football. Those stories will come in detail. And now to page 7 of the Namibian Sun as well, you will see their Clinical Madrid stretched lead, as well as Itumeleng Khune still remaining crowd's favorite despite going down the pecking order. And then Robert Lewandowski wins Sports Personality of the Year. All those stories will also come in your favorite PST bet section. And now on to Christine Boma, the lady that keeps winning. Well, Christine Boma was voted that BBC Personality of the Year. And the news that the sprint sensation Boma was voted as BBC African Sports Personality of the Year for the year 2021 was received overwhelming joy by many Namibians. Namibia Sports Commission Chief Administrator Freddie Muya was overjoyed that Boma became the second Namibian and the first woman in the awards history. He is confident that more investments will come to Namibian sport due to the awards of such nature. The Namibian sprinter beat Eliud Kipchoge and Faith Kipkegon, South African para-athlete Thando Mahlungu, Senegalese goalkeeper Edward Mendy, and South African swimmer Tatiana Schoolmaker to the award. Boma's close friend and running partner Beatrice Masilingi also took to social media to congratulate her friend. Congratulations are in order for my sister after being crowned as BBC Africa Sports Personality of the Year. I am proud of you, Masilingi posted on her official Facebook page. Namibia's legendary sprinter Frankie Fredericks, who won the award in 1993, also congratulated Boma on his official Facebook page. Congratulations, Christine Boma, for being crowned BBC Sports Personality of the Year, Fredericks posted. Boma's coach Henk Botha shared the same sentiments, stating that he was proud what the athlete had achieved in such a short period of time. Well, and on to the next one, and that's Ryan Nyambe, Namibia's right back, who could become the first Namibian to play that in the English Premier League. Well, Ricardo Manetti, who has coached Ryan Nyambe that's at national level, believes that the player has the ability and is confident that the player has the ability to play in the English Premier League. Speculation is rife that the Namibian international right back who plays in the English Championship is linked with a potential move to an English Premier League club. Leeds United and Southampton are the teams that have been named as possible destinations for the 24-year-old. I have no doubt in my mind that Nyambe will make it in the English Premier League because I have seen him and have absolute admiration for his qualities. I have been following him since 2017 and I brought him to the national team because I believe in his capabilities. My belief is that he has always wanted to grow and has proven his potential through the club and national team, which I think contributed to his level of exposure, Manetti said. Nyambe has already appeared 9 times for the national team and has over 160 experience for his boyhood club Blackburn Rovers. If Nyambe's move to the Premier League materializes, he will become the first Namibian to play in the English Premier League. Well, we wish the player all the best of luck. And on to Well, it seems that it was a day that started off brilliantly at the Hockey Union, at the showgrounds where the team was busy preparing. That's for the World Cup, the Indoor Hockey World Cup that was supposed to take place. That's in Belgium, and from the 2nd to the 6th of February this year. Unfortunately, a twist in events. This event has been cancelled due to the coronavirus pandemic after the Belgian authorities and the Indoor Hockey Federation decided that it was not safe and feasible to host this competition during this tough time. Remember, we have the Omicron virus that has also been at play, especially in Europe, where some of the matches have been cancelled. And now that was sad news. But prior to that, we were there at the showgrounds, and this is what we had compiled for you.
Good New Year, first of all, Honorable Minister. We are here at the showgrounds, the hockey team, the women's hockey team, preparing for a very big one, which is the World Cup. Exciting indeed. How do you feel, Honorable Minister, about this?
Happy New Year to you too. And as you can see, it's really an exciting time. And as I mentioned last year during the Sports Award, that this year we are going to kick off with a bang. We are kicking off with activities. As you can see, the hockey team is going. They'll be leaving for Belgium by the end of this week to go and display their talent at the World Cup, Indoor World Cup hockey. That will be in Belgium. So as a country, we are really excited that the Namibian flag will be hosted in Belgium, and the team will participate. So I'm really urging the Namibian nation to rally behind the team. Let's support them. Let's give them the moral support that they need. I mean, that's why I'm here. We need to be behind our team.
Thank you so much. Joined here by, that's the female national team coach, Erwin Handura. It's been quite a busy December. I don't think you haven't rested at all. I can see you're quite busy trying to have the ladies fired up and ready. So tell us, Coach, what do you make of the preparations? How happy are you? And the excitement building towards this?
Yeah, Jesse, thanks for the opportunity. Yeah, I mean, December we only had 2 weeks off. So even during the 2 weeks, we still have to plan and prepare. So even the players, they were just off for a week, but the other week that they were at home, they still have to train on their own. So I showed to you the level that we're at. These are elite athletes, so they really have to work hard. And yeah, I mean, it's getting very close, and I'm excited now. Getting exciting. Today is the 10th. You understand?
Yeah.
After a month, by the 10th, we will be back in Namibia after the World Cup.
Yeah.
So tells you things are really happening fast. We are leaving on Saturday, and yeah, we hope to do well. I think we have high hopes. We will improve on our position of last. Last time we played 6 games. We won 2, drawn 2, and lost 2. So this time around, we want to improve on that and finish in the top 6, because if you finish in the top 6, you qualify for the next World Cup already. You don't have to play in the African Cup of Nations to qualify.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot has been said about preparations, and I remember speaking to you last year where you mentioned much about basing your preparations on prayer as well, and putting God first in terms of going into this tournament. Is it still the same this time around? Or?
Yeah, still the same. We don't change. That is our slogan, our motto. We say our slogan is with God all things are possible. So yeah, we believe in God. Even when we started this morning, we read a Bible verse and then we prayed. That's part of our team culture. That's what we do every time.
Okay.
Prayer and Bible reading.
And in terms of fitness levels, are you quite happy with the team at the moment?
Yeah, I'm quite happy with the team performance and fitness level, because we played 4 matches last week.
Well, it is said that the virus continues to interfere with sporting activities worldwide. It knows no boundaries, not even the developed countries in that's all over the world are able to maintain or control the virus at the moment. It has been indeed a very, very sad and heartbreaking news for the Namibia Hockey Union and for Namibia in general, because they had hoped to play at this year's World Cup in Belgium. We will go for a short break, and after the break we continue with the show. Great.
Thank you very much for coming to the 29th QSB summer camp. We are very proud to have each and every one of you. For those of you that's your first camp,
Yes, welcome back to yet another rejuvenating episode of Spotify. We do know that we're heading into a new year that looks exciting with a much anticipated calendar with youth sports. This year looks to bring some exciting youth sports action, and what a way to start off the year than with Christine Boma winning the BBC Sportsperson of the Year award. Firstly, the Marathon Sugar Quinton Stellenbosch QSB Athletics Training Clinic took place for the 29th consecutive year. About 200 athletes pitched up for the training clinic, as well as 13 coaches. Among the coaches were spring sensations Beatrice Masilingi and Christine Boma were there to help the young athletes. Their coach Hank Botha also made the way to the training clinic, where he has been assisting for the past couple of years. Botha assisted with discus and shot put, and also looked this year to assist with sprint training. The training clinic also offered an International Amateur Athletics Federation, that's the IAAF Level 1 coaching course for about 30 aspiring coaches. Up next, we take a look as Botha speaks to some of the athletes after their training session.
thank you very much for coming to the 29th QSB summer camp. We are very proud to have each and every one of you. For those of you that's your first camp, I'm sure it won't be your last. This is fun. We enjoy it, we have fun, and we just love the sport that we love, and that's athletics. First of all, the main reason for this is to learn more. And the second reason is to enjoy this. And if we don't enjoy something, please don't do it. If we don't enjoy something, don't do it. And obviously for some of you, and I wish for all of you, we must have some kind of a target that we want to reach. Now for all of us, it can't be the Olympics, let's be honest. It can be the Olympics at the later stage, but it won't be Paris. So let's try and get more realistic targets. Your target can be just to reach the regionals. Your target can be to be at nationals. Your target can be to be the national champ, to win Kusasa, to qualify for African champs, or maybe do 2 international events. So you must go and determine. If you need help, if you are more than welcome to talk to one of us, Ryan and our other coach. So please, guys, I want you to support us and talk to us. Let's have a family when we finish off. For those of you that have been here before, we are already a family, and we're just going to have fun and enjoy it. Is there any questions? Ryan, do you want to say something?
Well done for being here. Just enjoy the camp. I hope you learned something, and hope you walk away here with lots of knowledge.
If you do not enjoy what you're doing, then don't do it. Some exciting words from the head coach, Henk Potter. But that was it. We had here from you at Spotify today. We look forward to an intensive and exciting year of youth sports action throughout the whole 2022 here, and we look for fewer disturbances during the year with regards to the COVID-19 pandemic. We do also know that the first term is the first term of the academic year, of the academic calendar, is filled with exciting school sports action, and we will be bringing you all that right here from Spotify. We now head over to a break, and when we return, we'll have the exciting Jesse Jackson Kauraita in the next studio.
Well, welcome back, and that was Rivaldo Kavanga, a talented presenter of the Spotify show. Thank you, Rivaldo Kavanga, for always standing in. And now we have a special program, a special edition with you today, and we are joined by the Namibia Sports Commission Chief Administrator, Mr. Freddie Muya. Welcome to the show, Mr. Muya.
Welcome. Thank you.
It is always a pleasure having a person of your caliber, especially in the first edition of 2022. It means this is going to be a good year.
Definitely going to be a very good year.
Okay. Mr. Muya, so we can fall into proceedings. What are some of the short-term plans and long-term plans of the Sports Commission?
Yeah, 2022 is going to be a very busy year. With short-term plans, we've got medium-term plans, we've got long-term plans. Let me go to the far end. Yes, this is the year whereby our strategic plan is ending, and we need to craft a new strategic plan which will last for another 5 years. At the same time, there will be also restructuring of the Sports Commission in terms of the entire organization, which was approved by the board, that we need to do a restructuring because we need to become responsive to respond to the needs of the community. It has been a very slim organization, and we need to reach the masses because we are not a Windhoek-based organization. We are a Namibian-based organization, and we need to transform the organization that we can be able to serve the masses. 30 years, it has been too much that we had a commission only in Windhoek. We need to go to the people. The people are in rural areas. The athletes are in rural areas. They are not in Windhoek.
So that's quite the plan. What I'm hearing correctly is here you want to expand and take the Sports Commission's operations to other places, especially, let's say, taking offices or things like that.
Some satellite, in other words, I'm talking about having some satellite offices.
Satellite offices.
Yeah, you know, you cannot actually just open a new office because of the economic situation. But that must not become an excuse. It's too long. You know, anytime people, they like to say resources. We need to think away from the, I mean, from the traditional way of resources. We must think
ahead. Okay, Mr. Muya, thank you so much for that. And I want to, looking at last year, what would the Sports Commission love to do differently this year that they could have not done last year?
There will be a lot of changes. The Act need to be fully implemented. One of the issues that is going to happen the month of February and month of March will be a very busy month. All our federations, starting from A up to the last federation, they will have one-on-one meeting with our office. Some hours will be spent. We are going to look about the aspect of compliance, starting from scratch one up to the last part. Because you need to know that every federation is not automatic that you will become a member, not a member, that you get a certificate of registration. Because there's difference between membership and certified member, certified or to get a certificate of operation. They are not our members. They need to be certified to say you are in compliance.
Yes.
So there will be that process because it always ends by March. April, we give them new certificates to say you are certified, you are in compliance, and then you can actually be able to be supported by the Sports Commission. This exercise will take place in the month of February and March. Starting from rugby, they will be on the table. Football on the table, netball, darts, you name them. Then if you qualify and you meet the requirement, we'll tell you we are satisfied with your operation.
Okay.
This is a provision already that is in there. It's not automatic. So every member, they need to know that their membership ceases by end of March, and come 1st of April, you need to ensure that you meet the requirement in terms of the provision of the Act.
Okay.
That's what's going to happen.
Apart from that, there has always been, and that's why I mentioned, like, what would you love to do differently? There's always been some hiccups as well from the Sports Commission, and one that we can remember a long time back is about the youth games that saw people complaining and all that. We just have those few hiccups that that one would say that what has the Sports Commission revisited, and what would they love to do better, in 2022?
Yeah, people from outside, especially people who don't know, who don't even understand, they're very easy to point fingers. But, we believe in a principle of looking forward. We don't actually get distracted by negative criticism. We remain positive that we need people who provide. Positive criticism is very needed, because it builds you up. But negative criticism, we just look around it and we just said, let them, remain there. They don't know what's happening.
Isn't it what it pushes you to do better than you are doing?
Positive criticism is
positive
needed.
criticism.
What I mean by positive criticism, you criticize because there is an objective why you're criticizing that, and you come with a solution. But if you become a professional complainant, you will end up and you die being a professional complainant. So we want people.
So that's what you mean.
Yes.
Well, so that's straight up to the critics there from Master Muya, saying that the Sports Commission will always push forward despite the criticism and all. And what he's saying is that sometimes these criticisms are not even valid. That's what he's saying. So he hopes that this year he's going to, continue doing what they do best. And apart from that, one of the questions that one would love to hear is about, I know it's part of it's football, and football is part of Namibian sport, and we have had problems over the years. And look, if the problems continue, we are hearing FIFA will be here to meet stakeholders again, which I'm sure the Sports Commission will be part of this, parcel of this. What do you hope can happen to football this year, and what do you make of FIFA's return again here?
Obviously, this morning, I gave a letter to FIFA, to NFA, to allow the members of FIFA to come to Namibia. Because that was one aspect. They sent a letter without being given permission. I told NFA, I called the president, I called the secretary general, I said, people don't just write a letter, first apply. Do we allow them to come? And I gave them a letter to allow them to come to this country, because the Sport Commission mandate, that's one of our functions. We have got that power to say no entry or enter. And we gave them a letter at 11 o'clock this morning, so that they must enter the country. And at the same time, we gave them condition. They don't just need to come and see NFA members. We want also to be directly involved to know what's happening. We also want to come and tell them, these are the laws of the land. This is what's happening. And also we come and educate them to say, your members who are certified by the Sport Commission, their certificate is ending by March. We want them to ensure that within this short period of time, they iron out their problems. Because
so they are in compliance. So if they don't get their problems sorted by 31st of March, they are facing another problem, and that's not getting.
What is happening is it's not only football; it's all sports that I mentioned. For the
like
2
you
months,
mentioned.
We want everybody to be in compliance, because we cannot sit for years watching. We need to move. This is a year where we want to see things happening.
Yes,
Our
Mr.
athletes cannot be affected for so long. We want to see things happening. We are one people. We are Namibians. We want to see things progressing.
Okay, but now if you look at this situation in terms of whether there is a lasting situation that's going to come out of a FIFA visit, if you look at the address of the FIFA itself, the letters, the way it was addressed, it was quite worrying for me that it was being addressed, especially to, you hear that the NFA had its thing where the executive was fired and stuff like that, but it's still addressing to those people. But I know that's not part of your say. But from what I would like to hear from you is that the Sports Commission has been, of course, directly involved somehow in football, no matter what, because remember you granted the NPL a license. The NPL requested to meet FIFA, but I think it was of short notice or something. I don't know about that. Well, but in terms of football, how worrying has the situation been for you yourself as the Sports Commission? And, well, how glad will you be if a lasting solution is found when FIFA comes to Namibia? Finally, we hope that they do.
Football is the #1 sport in the country.
Yes.
And football is a sport whereby many of our youngsters, they make a living out of it. And the COVID challenge, most of our athletes have been affected. And we do not want to see that situation to prevail.
Yes.
We need now to act to ensure that by the end of the day, the athletes are the one that we need to look after very well.
Yeah.
Other countries are playing football now. I've been in Botswana.
Yes.
I mean, we can solve these matters at home. Yes, we need people from outside to help us. But if ourselves, we cannot solve it within our own bedroom,
Yes.
it will never happen.
Yes. So what you're saying
sometimes,
is that, yeah. So I want to get you clearly. What you're saying is that FIFA might come here, but if ourselves are not able to to give it and put our egos aside and everything, it will remain the same.
We don't need to undermine our own intellect. I mean, we are a nation. As a nation, we've got people who expect knowledge in this country.
Yeah.
Yes, it's true, we need international help. But ourselves, we need ourselves to solve the matter at home. We understand the situation much better than anybody from outside. I'll use an example. I understand my whole bedroom within the house. A visitor will never be able to know where there are cockroaches in my house. Will never be able to understand where there's a tap leaking. But myself, when that house, the owner of that house, I understand much better. It's good they're coming, but we, the Namibian people, or people within the football fraternity, they need to sit at one table and solve the problem at hand.
Okay. Mr. Muya, what do you think is the problem at hand? That's probably the last question I'll ask you about football right now.
The problem at hand is people. If it was animals, animals you know what to do. You can close the crawl and you tell them to go. The problem is people.
Yeah. Yes. So they, well, you would say it's the egos. It is the togetherness that is not there at all.
I'm happy. I talked to most of the people, stakeholders already, telephonically, and would see everybody's spirit looks very positive. I said, please. That's what I even talked to them. I said, now we want just to see positive things happening. Simple as such.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. It's quite sad. We know that the news we just read or you heard about the hockey being cancelled and World Cup being cancelled. So it means a lot that the virus is still here and the virus is still affecting our country. But in terms of the Sports Commission, going forward in 2022, how do we expect to balance this in order to have things played, in order to have sponsors come on board? What will be the relationship with the federations outside be like in order to motivate corporate Namibia to come through, to motivate these federations to come on board and to actually seek sponsorship and maybe some training? What do we expect from the Sports Commission as far as trying to balance what the damage of the virus can bring to the country and everything in terms of that?
The first advice I would like to give, I learned this one in my sister country, Botswana. They've encouraged people, sports people, to go for vaccination. And what they're doing now is you cannot go even to the sports field, spectator, to watch any game if you don't have a vaccination card. The more we have got many people vaccinated in the country, the better. sport can prosper.
Yeah.
I believe for us, yes, we don't have that type of a law yet, but we need to encourage most of our Namibians. If most of us, 60% of our population, we get vaccinated, frankly speaking, then we know for sure that we can be able to enjoy sport. And also corporates will come on board because they know sport will actually go on. And spectators can come and also support the games. I think that's one of the issues that we really need to advocate for, that we need to encourage our sporting lovers, sports people, that let's get vaccinated. And once we do so, definitely within the boundaries of our country, we'll be able to enjoy sport, and also then activities can carry on. Then corporate can also will be able to have value for their investment, because they want also to get mileage and so.
Definitely, definitely, okay. Well, that was Mr. Muya, Namibia Sports Commission Chief Administrator. Any last word you would like to give?
Yeah, very, very happy that there will be quite a lot of activities this year. We are very happy about the Commonwealth Games that will take place this year, and also the AUC Region 5 game that will take place in Malawi. So we are busy already making, a blueprint and a skeleton for ourselves to know how best we are going to ensure that we navigate the course of this year.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Muya, for having you. It's always been a privilege having you on the show.
My pleasure. 2022. Look forward.
All right. We will go for a short break, and after the break, we come to your PST Bet segment.
It's going to spin out to Morris now, and it's Toko!
Get in! Who scored?
I did.
Sports fans know, whether you bet a little or a lot, with PST Bet, you're not just watching, you're playing.
Yes!
Who won?
Me!
And with over 1 million paid out to winners each month, your life can get very interesting. So kick things off by going to pstbet.com. And if you don't get your winnings within one business day, we'll double it. Why watch when you can play at pstbet.com?
You play and we pay. That's the motto of PST Bet, Premier Sports Trading. That's the betting company, of course, that's owned locally by Namibians. Well, PST Bet continues to keep and to have that social corporate responsibility. And today again, they are giving away a voucher to those in need. Well, just on your screen there, something will pop up now of course, a lady that needs, as you can see there, I have been asking assistance for a family I know that is affected by COVID-19. There is a lady and a mother of 6, and she contacted me. Of course, she was told to go home, and she's the only breadwinner of her 6 children, and she is raising them by herself, and these kids need school necessities. So PST Bet decided that that lady is the winner, and that help will get to her. So let me just call the person that gave the recommendations and see whether we can get hold of her at the moment. Hi, Tula. Okay, so Mr. Hafifa Haitula, we came across your message where you are requesting for someone to be helped, and this is a lady you claim that needs assistance. So what do you make of the situation, and what do you think is going to happen if she gets help?
I think it will change her life for the better, because in her condition right now, as we are talking, I don't feel like she has what can I say, funds to help her out, make ends meet, and yeah, I think it will help her.
Okay, especially her children as well, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you did just an amazing thing by reaching out to PST Bet, because now she will receive the help that she needs. It might not be enough, but at least it will be help. And well, PST Bet will definitely contact you and her, and that they will probably reach out to her through you in order to deliver whatever they are going to deliver to her.
All right.
Thank you. Yes, thank you so much as well for identifying this lady and changing probably her life for a couple of days or months. Nobody knows.
Okay, thank you. God bless you.
All right, ciao. Bye. Well, that was it from the Sport Rep Show. From me, Jesse Jackson Kauraitha. See you again. That's on Thursday. Bye.
Win and succeed with PST Bet.
So, where were we?
PST Bet. You play, we pay. Not for persons under the age of 18.